Hello, my beautiful friends. This postpartum, I feel like I am healing so much quicker than I was with my firstborn. If you don't know, I have two under two. It is a wild time. I absolutely love it, but it is definitely crazy. But I'm definitely healing a lot faster this time around, just like emotionally, mentally, spiritually, than I think I was the first time. I had this thought process the other day that I really loved. So I'm going to share it with you guys and hopefully you can get some takeaways from it as well. I had went to spend some time by myself. My mom actually came over to watch the kids, and I went to this lookout, picked up some ice cream, just like hung out and journaled and just like relaxed after having a hectic time with the two kids. And while I was there, I had this thought of like how grateful I am for where I am, how blessed I am, how much I'm enjoying life. I know I've said it in multiple episodes, but I just really love the life that I've created, and I really enjoy where I am. And this past year I got 888 tattooed here, and 8 is my favorite number. It's my life path number. I just really love it. It's abundance, it's karmatic, it's like receiving. It's a good number in my opinion. But I was just thinking about, those being my numbers, and sometimes I'll ask for like a sign from the universe. I'll either ask for, show me. It's ironic because I'm wearing like this yellowy orange color, but I'll always ask for like, God, show me yellow if I'm on the right path, or if this decision needs to be made. Like, show me something yellow, or show me the number 8. I'll usually ask for one of those two things. And if you've never done it before, definitely try it because you'll be amazed at how the universe and God truly speaks to you when you ask for something specific like that. Anyways, but so those are my things. It's like yellow and the number 8. And I was thinking about 8 just like being of abundance and being receiving and always like on the go and looking for those numbers everywhere. And I usually tied the number 8 to wealth and to money. But as I was sitting there, I'm like, maybe this 888 was never really about me needing to receive more money, but more so just receiving more love, receiving more acceptance, receiving more help, and being willing to receive those things. Because I definitely have been somebody that always is like, oh no, I can do it myself. I can figure it out. I don't need anybody's help, and I don't want anybody's help. Even if I would be really freaking struggling, I would still say no when people are genuinely offering up help. And becoming a mom has really helped me receive more, because you just are so burnt out sometimes, or you're so exhausted, or you just need help genuinely sometimes, and it's okay to say yes, and you should say yes, especially when people are offering. So since I've become a mom, I have definitely become way better at saying yes to people's help. And I'm like, maybe this past year of like, tattooing this onto me and like going on this journey is more for me to be open and okay with receiving and allowing like effective flow in my life of things. Kind of like just seeing versus just seeing stale water. Like there's no movement, there's nothing coming in, there's nothing leaving, it's not fresh, it's not like lively water when you have all these walls built up that are preventing you from giving any love out, but also any love coming into you, any abundance coming into you, any money coming into you. If you constantly have these walls put up, nothing can come in or out. That body of water can never be a healthy ecosystem. It's just going to be a swamp. And do you really want to live in a swamp? No. You want to live in this like beautiful, thriving water. And so that's kind of the imagery that I had as I was sitting there, and the thought processes that were coming to me. And I'm like, I don't feel like I'm in a hurry anymore, also. I used to feel like such a rush to get more money, to make more, to hustle, like in the hustle culture. And I'm like, I don't feel that anymore. I feel like I'm okay to stop and like allow life to come to me. Even though I know life is coming from you. Like you are truly creating everything. Everything is a reflection, a mirror from you. But I'm like, I don't feel like I'm chasing anything anymore. Like I'm finally at a point where I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna allow the blessings to flow in. I'm gonna allow life to flow through me, healthily flow through me. And before I was in a hurry and I was chasing, but when you chase, you just push everything away. And so that was like the key thing for me, is like hurrying. I used to always hurry and rush and think that I was behind, that I should be further ahead. I'm like, oh my God, time is running out. I'm constantly comparing and competing with other people that I don't even need to be, because we're all in our own lane. And here I am driving, swerving into other people's lane, trying to like catch up to them, but it doesn't matter because you need to be in your own lane. Your own lane has your own places where it's supposed to be going. And I'm thinking like, where did all this stem from? Like, where did this hurry come from? And it's like, when you're in high school, when you're in school in general, even after secondary school, you always know what's coming next. You know the next grade you're going into. You kind of have an idea of the classes you're going to be in. You know relatively the people that you're going to be seeing in those classes. Like you can pretty much see what the next step is going to be that you're going to take. And it's not until you graduate from whatever school that you can't really see anything ahead. You don't really know if you're actually going to get the job. You don't know if you're going to love the job. You don't know if you're going to like the people. You don't know if you're going to have the house or the kids or the family or the car or where you're going to live. Like after school is kind of like this completely open field of you can't see what's ahead of you. You kind of get somewhat of an idea, but you don't know. And that's where people start to run ahead of other people and slow down and diddle daddle or take their time or sprint ahead or find better things. And in this open field, that's when, and social media, think of that open field, everybody's posting about it. You can see everybody ahead of you, beside you, behind you, and you're deciding whether or not they're ahead or behind you. In reality, we're all just in the field and there's no start and there's no end other than life and death. But you can see openly everybody and decide whether or not you think they're ahead of you. They have a nicer car. They are making more money, or at least I think they're making more money because they could just be in a shit ton of debt. Or they're traveling more places than you're traveling. They have more kids. They have kids. They're married. They're not married. They're living a life that maybe you think that you need or that you want. And before you got out of school, everybody was relatively the same, minus like the sports and the way that you dressed, but you're all in the same grade, you're all the same age, you're all kind of going the same place at the start. You're graduating. That is truly the end goal. But it's after you graduate that when you truly see all of the differences and the different paths and this unwritten title or line of how your life was supposed to go that maybe is not going. And I definitely felt that a lot in previous years of, well, I need to be further ahead because I need to make more money. Or you're in jobs or you're in places, you're meeting people that you are way older than you, or sometimes they're even your same age, but are making 10 times as much as you're making. If you get yourself into different rooms, you really see the difference. I've been in rooms with people that are making millions of dollars every single month. And that made me be like, well, shit, I need to be way further ahead than I am. I've met people that were my same age making that kind of money and traveling all over the place, that they moved to Dubai and then came back. Like I've met a lot of people that are very successful at a very young age, and that made me feel like I need to rush, that I'm behind. And I say this a lot, but having kids really changed so much for me, which if you have kids, you're going to understand what I'm saying. But when I had kids, I realized like I was chasing money, I'm chasing a dollar amount. Whereas now having kids, I'm just chasing a life. I'm chasing a feeling more than a dollar amount, because no dollar amount can really give me the feeling that I'm desiring of that peace, of not being in a hurry. And when you're in a hurry, you're not fully present. You're always focused on the future, or you're focused on the past of, oh, what I didn't do, what I should have done, what I needed to change, or focusing on the future of what needs to be done, what I want to accomplish, where I need to go, versus being in this moment of enjoying what is here. You're allowed to know, and you should know what's coming next, or have a game plan or an idea and have goals. Like that is so important, but that shouldn't be the thing that consumes you when you're supposed to be in the present moment. And with the kids, that's what really realized that for me, is because I'd be with my kids, but I'm not with my kids. I'm not presently in this moment enjoying their time and their presence. I am thinking about something else. My brain is somewhere else. I'm physically here, but I'm mentally not. I'm spiritually not. And there's a disconnect happening. And I know it, and my kids can know it. And the energy in the room, in the house, we can feel it. And I'm sorry, but you don't watch a movie in 10x speed. If you do, you have no idea really what's going on, and you miss all of the golden moments. That's what this being a hurry is like. It's like watching your life in 10x speed and you missed out on all the gems. It's not until you rewatch the movie backwards in the regular speed that you start to catch those special moments. You could even watch it in a slower time and you'd realize even more of those special moments and those key factors and like those precious things that happen. And in your life, if you're rushing, you're going to miss all of them. And you will get to the end of your life and you will regret it. And I know it's easier said than done, but you really need to love where you are, you need to love where you're going, and love where you came from. Even if you don't fully love where you came from or where you are, you need to at least make peace with it. Make peace with who you were and make peace with where you are, so that you can love where you're going to go. Because how are you going to get more incredible things without first making peace with where you're at? And God leaves clues to help you love where you are and love where you came from. It's those people that have given you little comments telling you that they like your eyes, or they wish they had your hair, they love your outfit. Oh, I wish I lived in the place that you lived. Even though that is coming from a place of jealousy, but God leaves clues through people of how you can have more gratitude in your life. And a lot of the times, the compliments that you get or the things that people say, they'll point out things you never realized. Yes, sometimes it'll be self-conscious of like, wow, I didn't realize that I squinted so much with my right eye when I smile. And now I'm going to think of that, unfortunately, every single time that I smile, and I may or may not be self-conscious of it. But God will also use people to be like, you have such a beautiful color in your eyes that you might never have even realized. They might love the way that your body is shaped and you've always hated it. But until somebody said something about it, you couldn't really see the beauty that was in that part of your body. Like, I thought I was chubby for a little while, but I realized I have nice curvature and I really love the curvature. I love the way my body looks now. I've fallen so in love with my body, and it's not perfect by any means, but it's healthy, it's happy, it's birthed two beautiful, incredible children, and I love that about my body. You might be too loud, but there's people that compliment the way that your voice fills up the room and the profound way in which you enunciate and speak. Or you might be shy, but somebody has complimented the way that you just observe the room and you take it all in. Or that you are so creative and smart and intelligent in certain areas that you understand things that other people don't understand. You solve things quicker. You're healthy, the way that you eat, the way that you present yourself. There's so many things to love about who you are and to love about where you are. And I think when you fall in love with who you are in this moment, you can then begin to fall in love with where you came from and how you got there. I know a lot of people will look at their past, especially if you had like really shitty parents, and you'll hate that. And I had a dad that did drugs and he was an alcoholic and he left at a very young age. And then, yeah, I had a stepdad that also ditched, and it was not the greatest healthy relationship between him and my mom, and just like the family dynamic. And a lot of people would look at that and definitely be a victim and play, woo is me, my life sucked, like look at all that. But I love who I am, and I would not be who I am today if it wasn't for the shitty things that happened to me, if it wasn't for the life and the people that were around me and the things that happened and the inconveniences and the struggles. I wouldn't be who I am today. And I love who I am today so much. And so, yeah, I have made peace with my past, and I love my past because I love who I am. And if really shitty things have happened to you, you don't need to love them. But if you make peace with it, who you are becomes a lot easier to handle and for yourself. And it's easier to make peace with yourself and love yourself. But you don't need to hurry. You're not competing with anybody other than yourself and a past version of yourself. You're exactly where you need to be, and allow life to come to you. Receive all of its blessings and its wonderful things that it has to provide for you. So I love you guys. Thank you for listening to my rambles and my rants. And I hope this hits and resonates with somebody. And I'll see you guys in the next episode.